Today, I want to talk about the power of accountability because I think a lot of us truly don't understand the importance of holding ourselves accountable and ultimately what accountability looks like and why it's so important. So let's get into it. Hey, beautiful souls, it's Divine K. Thank you for coming to my channel. If you're new here, please like and subscribe to the channel to help grow it. If you're here now, you obviously know this is like the very beginning of me starting this channel. And I really do want to speak to people. I really do want to help people, help elevate people, and share some of my experiences and messages that come through to me, and motivate people, inspire people, encourage people to be the best versions of themselves and live in their divine purpose. So let's talk about it. Accountability. Accountability is so important and it's also so powerful. A lot of times when we think about accountability, we think of it as something negative, like coming down to yourself or holding yourself accountable for, actions you did or didn't take or whatever the case may be. But I don't think we fully really grasp the importance of accountability and how it really gives you power over yourself and over your reality, right? So often we're so used to putting our life in other people's hands. Whether that's from a relationship or from a job that we're working or whatever the case may be. We put our lives in someone else's hands and then we expect them to be the reason when things don't work out, to be the blame for it, right? But ultimately, everything we do, everything we experience, our reality, our current state, where we are right now, is all based off of ourselves. And that's why it's important to reflect and hold yourself accountable. Now, when you think about accountability being so powerful and why it's so important, because when you really think about the fact that it's up to you. You're the reason why something did or didn't happen in your life, and taking ownership of that, it really gives you your power back, to own your life, to say, these are the things that I can do to change or create a different reality for myself. These are the things that I'm doing or not doing now that needs to change. I need to shift this so I can get to the next level. And that really allows you to take ownership back of yourself and just gain your power back versus having all of these excuses or blaming it on other people or just not really seeing what you did. Because ultimately, whatever anyone else does in your life, whatever anyone else does, it doesn't dictate your current state. Everything's a reflection of ourselves. So everything you're going through is because of you. So you have to change you. You have to adjust what you can change to create a different reality or to have a different outcome. And accountability truly helps you do that, right? Accountability is a form of self reflection that also comes with taking action. So when you hold yourself accountable to why something didn't or did happen in your life, you're reflecting on the circumstance and on yourself, allowing yourself to grow and to make improvements and to be different next time, right? And to take ownership and say, this is my fault. It's time for me to change it. And once I realized that about accountability, it helped me fully start taking accountability for myself, right? And stop playing the blame game or wanting to blame other people for why my life was the way it was and so forth. And having all of these excuses for relationships and jobs and all these things that didn't work, when really it all came down to me and what I was and wasn't doing. Accountability leads to clarity. So the more you take accountability, the more you reflect on yourself, the more you're able to get a clear understanding of what you need to do next, right? Because you see what did and didn't work before. You see where your mistakes were. You see what worked for you. And the more you're able to outline those things by identifying your actions in it, you're able to get clarity on what's next and how to move forward and to change things. And it's so helpful. It also helps you build discipline and character, right? Because you're able to see things that you're doing that's wrong or things that you need to fix or things that you can do better and develop better habits and develop better discipline around it so you can be better ultimately. You're not going to grow if you can't be honest with yourself. How can you grow if you keep lying to yourself and telling yourself everything's okay when you know it's not, or everything's going to work out, but you know you're not taking action? You can't grow if you're not willing to put in the changes. And you're not going to be willing to put in the changes if you're not even willing to accept what changes needed to be done and what you're doing in the matter. So, taking accountability is so important to help you grow, being honest with yourself and developing an honest relationship with yourself is going to help you create an honest relationship with others around you, with your environment, and so forth. So starting with honesty with yourself is so important. Just remember that you're not weak for for owning up. You're not weak for that. You're strong for changing. You're strong for deciding to make a change, for saying I did this wrong. I can own up to that. Now let me fix it. And you take your power back by doing that. You stand tall, you have dignity, you accept you're wrong, you accept the things that you need to do better, and you make a change in your life for you, because you can't expect other people to hold themselves accountable for the things going on in your life. They have their own life to live, and whether they're messing up yours or not, that strictly comes down to you and the boundaries that you have in place and the things you're not taking accountability on your end. That is the message. Take accountability. There is so much power in holding yourself accountable. It's self-love, self-honesty. You help set the tone for how other people need to deal with you and so forth, and you help to create change in your life that's necessary for you to get to the next level. So again, thank you for tuning into the video. I love you guys. I just wanted to share that message about accountability so you can feel better about yourself and own up to the things that you need to change, right? Because you can't be better if you're not willing to be better. Okay, so love you, and I'll see you guys in the next video.